most of what we're taught about toddler tantrums actually makes them last longer. Japanese moms do something different, something that can settle a meltdown in under a minute, without yelling, without bribing, without a single timeout. There are 5 small moves, and the last one feels completely backwards until you see why it works. Let's start with the first. The first move happens before a single word. When a child is mid-meltdown, the instinct is to stand over them and talk down. And to a small child, a big person looming above them only adds to the panic. So Japanese moms tend to do the opposite. They get low. They crouch, kneel, drop to the child's eye level, and only then do they speak. It sounds almost too simple to matter. But think about how the world feels to someone 2 feet tall, already overwhelmed, with a giant voice coming from above. Lowering yourself changes the whole signal. You stop being a threat and start being a safe place. The storm has somewhere to land. So before you fix anything, before you explain anything, get down to their level. The meltdown often starts loosening the moment your eyes meet theirs. The second move is about what you say first. When a child melts down, most of us go straight at the behavior. Stop screaming. We don't throw things. But a child in full meltdown literally cannot reach the thinking part of their brain yet. So correcting the behavior in that moment is like talking to someone underwater. Japanese parenting leans toward naming the feeling instead. You're so angry. You really wanted that. That was disappointing, wasn't it? You're not agreeing the behavior was okay. You're showing the child that the giant, scary thing happening inside them has a name, and that you see it. And here's the strange magic. A feeling that gets named starts to shrink. A child who feels understood doesn't have to scream louder to be understood. Name the wave before you try to calm the water. The third move is the hardest because it asks you to do less, not more. When the tantrum peaks, our bodies speed up. We talk faster, move faster, our own heart races. But a child borrows their calm from the nearest adult. And if that adult is buzzing with stress, there's nothing steady to borrow. So Japanese moms often become deliberately, almost unnaturally still. Slow hands, a quiet, low voice, long, slow breaths the child can hear, and start to match without even realizing it. You become the calm thing in the room, and a small nervous system will quietly tune itself to yours. You can't talk a child into calming down, but you can be calm near them until their body remembers how. Stillness is contagious if you go first. The fourth move is a single rule. Once you've named the feeling, stop talking. When we're anxious, we fill the silence. We explain, we reason, we negotiate, we repeat ourselves 5 different ways. But to an overwhelmed child, that flood of words is just more noise crashing on top of an already overloaded brain. Silence feels uncomfortable to us, so we rush to fill it. Try not to. Stay close, stay low, stay calm, and let the quiet do the work. A child needs space to come down, and your silence gives them that space. You'll be amazed how often a tantrum fades, not because of the perfect thing you said, but because you finally stopped saying things. And here's the 5th move. The one that feels completely wrong until you understand it. When the storm finally passes, most of us want to launch into the lesson. See? That's why we don't do that. Next time you need to. It feels responsible. It feels like good parenting. But in many Japanese homes, that moment is used for something else entirely. Connection, not correction. A hug. Sitting close. That was hard. I'm here. The lesson comes much later, sometimes hours later, in a calm moment, almost in passing. Because a child learns nothing in the wreckage of a meltdown, except whether you're still safe to be near. Lecturing right after a tantrum teaches them that falling apart costs them your warmth. Connecting first teaches them the opposite. That even at their worst, they're still loved. And a child who is sure of that has far fewer storms to begin with. That's the move that feels backwards. You'd think the tantrum is the teaching moment. It isn't. The repair is. So look at the 5 again and notice what they have in common. Get low. Name the feeling. Become still. Stop talking. Connect before you correct. Not one of them is a trick to control the child. Everyone is a way to steady yourself so the child has something calm to borrow. That's the quiet secret underneath all of it. A tantrum isn't a battle to win. It's a small person with a big feeling and a half-built brain, asking one question without words. Are you still safe when I fall apart? And every time the answer is a calm, steady yes, the storms get smaller, and they pass faster, all on their own. If this gave you one thing to try the next time your little one melts down, you'll feel right at home here. This is the Quiet Garden, where I share one gentle habit like this every week. Subscribe so the next one finds you, and tell me in the comments. Which of the 5 will you try first? I read every single one. Take a breath. You're doing better than you think.